Hey guys, Riveted here. Welcome back to another episode of PowerWash Simulator. We're just doing things today. Hope you guys are doing well. I don't do these enough where I just kind of play a video game and talk and have fun. I really enjoyed the last time I did this. Something about this game is very calming to the soul. Well, to my soul anyway. Considering everything going on in my life, I kind of need this. Getting lost in a video game, playing nothing, you know, not doing anything of any great importance for it. So it makes me very happy that this exists, and I savor it. I was just playing it a lot when I first got it, and then I kind of eased off going, okay, I'm just going to save that for times when I really want to, you know, clear my head and process things. And luckily, I can say that I haven't had to do it as much as I thought. And you can go back and play new things. There's always new stuff being added. So, I mean, I'm not upset for the quality of the game at all. I dig it. But, yeah, so we are back in my bedroom. Not a PC I thought I was going to be using yet. The last time I recorded, I thought I'd resolved all my computer issues. Lo and behold, I hadn't. A lot of things I'm just not happy with. And nothing to do with... Yeah, it has to do with the current rate of how things are. I'm just not content with the current state of affairs with a lot of the tech that I've ended up getting. I found, to be honest, that some of my older tech was faring better than the newer stuff I was getting. And part of that concern comes from, you know, it's like manufacturing during the times that we were in, during the pandemic. And over the course of the last while, saw a lot of recalls or a lot of things that were like in tech where, you know, they found that quality controls were not necessarily the highest level. And it seems like at times that corners were cut. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily the case for my stuff. But that kind of makes me feel that it's indicative of the times, whereas that things are kind of, when it comes to video cards especially, you know, things that we would deem as being necessary for what we do as a content creator, you know, for what I do, being able to render and utilize my video card to, you know, to help my editing and rendering process. So, you know, when you have your software won't recognize your card because either A, the software doesn't do it, or B, the hardware doesn't implement it. I know that AMD has kind of taken off the hardware. I don't know if it's the encoding or decoding, so, you know, bear with me there. But I know in some of the current low-end models that they have removed H.264 and 265 encoding support. And for, you know, when you're buying a video card, no matter how much you're paying for it, having something that has been, you know, a vital part for creation, for content creation or streaming, like, this is no longer just a niche thing. This is a thing a lot of people do. Like, a lot of people will record their content or do video streams or whatever it is because it's now part of, you know, our popular culture with things. You know, kids will get their video cards and they're like, I want to become a streamer. And regardless if they are, you know, make it or not, you buy your hardware and you spend the money you have on what you've got. And if you don't have a lot of money to spend and you have to get an entry-level rig just so that you can make ends meet and you want to become like the famous people you adore, it shouldn't be. I don't believe gatekeeping it should be allowed. And so, you know, here they are limited with a video card that, you know, that they've spent their hard-earned money on that won't at all do what they're asking it to. And so that kind of gets me back to, it's like, this card, you know, I've got the 6700. I have no idea if it's been gimped in any way, shape, or form. I don't know if the manufacturer, because I got an ASRock card and it's one of the cheaper ones. I have no idea. Did they cut corners to make it a cheaper model? Is it not just the fans? Is it not just the fact that it's a lower bin processor? Who knows? But all I know is that the drivers that I have And no matter what, no matter what I've done with this card, my software will not recognize it as what it is. And that's so I can't use this card in Vegas to do any of the rendering. Do I put the onus of that on Vegas? I got an older version of it, and I will say that their support is very lackluster for software support. I've had an open ticket now for a number of days with nothing, no movement on it, and they said, 2 to 4 days, and I've had it there for over a week. I don't know. So I even downloaded a demo of the newest version, 9, to see, it's like, okay, is it an issue with an updated version of the software that they're just not recognizing it? And even that didn't have any options for it. So it's at that stage, to me, it seems like there's either an issue with the drivers or completely lack of support for that card, or there's a hardware thing where the encoder isn't on it. I haven't been able to find anything online about it. Now, mind you, I can use it to record. So that part of it's there, because I can use the AMD AMF on my recording software to record. So the graphics engine, or sorry, the engine on the graphics card works for recording. I've yet to been able to get it stable to do any rendering. Yeah, I'm on the fence of considering buying a version of DaVinci Resolve. I know that you can use hardware encoding with DaVinci if you use H.265, so I'm going to try that with this video. We'll see. And if it works, and if I'm happy, then I'm going to suck it up and throw the couple $100 and go down to the local audio video store and purchase my dongle and everything, get DaVinci Resolve. Now, mind you, that's something I have been considering for a bit. And I know some people be like, Rivet, why are you going to throw money at the software where, it's $400 Canadian. It's not cheap. But mind you, this is something I do all the time. This is not just necessarily a hobby for me any longer. This is now something I consider a secondary career, in essence. But the other thing that this does, the video editing and the making of videos, is it helps clear my brain. And so for me, that $400 for upgrading and changing my graphics, my video editing stuff, well, that's an investment in my own therapy. And that's how I look at it. Do we question or balk at if, we're throwing a couple $100 at therapy lessons? Or, I go for a month to therapy and I get the good out of that. Is there any difference between that and then what I'm doing here? I don't see it. So if I can spend a couple $100 and help my mental state, because if it takes off some of that stress that I've been putting myself under with, not having my systems working the way that I want them to, I'm all for it. I am 100% on board of throwing a couple $100 at my software. And the good thing with DaVinci is when you buy that studio version is you get all the bells and whistles from them. And then you get updates and things. And there's the online support for DaVinci Resolve is leaps and bounds beyond anything I've seen with Vegas. The only thing I can see with Vegas software is, the best rendering settings for YouTube. Which is like, it's old school stuff. I'm at a point now where I want to learn better and become a better editor. And so I got the demo version of 17 Studio, I think it is. Been goofing around with that. And I say it's a demo version. It's actually just the free version because they don't have a demo of it. And you can use the free version as much or as little as you want. All the features are there except for hardware rendering. H.264, my understanding. We'll see. Again, if it renders, if it renders fine, if it will recognize my video card, then it's no brainer. I'm just going to grab it. But if it just, I want to do better, and that's the honest truth. My vlogs are fine. They're good for what they are. I want to put more creativity into them. I want to spend a week collecting footage and my thoughts and making a cohesive video instead of just a, oh, I'm going to record, going to take a walk and make a vlog. And for the initial purposes of what the vlog was, it absolutely worked, and it's fine. But I think like anything you do in life, if you don't push yourself to learn, you'll stagnate. And I have stagnated for sure. And that's indicative on my channel. Gaming channels are a dime a dozen. You know, I'm not unique. I do not have a unique take on video games. I'm an average dude that enjoys playing them, and I play them because I enjoy them. I'm not trying to be famous through video game YouTube stuff. That was never really my focus. To be 100% honest, I started doing YouTube because my son wanted me to, and I also wanted that outlet to do something creative. You know, it's been 8 years now. You would think that in 8 years I would have gotten a bit further along than I have with what I put out every day. And, you know, it's fine. But, again, I make simple commentary videos while playing a video game. And I don't know if I'm necessarily all that engaging. I've ranted a lot. I've probably scared off a lot of people that were interested in my content in the past because, you know, my mental health is failing. I'm dealing with the pandemic the way that I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with, you know, solitude, isolation, no relationships. You know, I'm 53, going to be 54 in July. I have not a whole lot to show for my life other than colorful stories. I still have a full head of hair. I can laugh while I play video games. And I enjoy my life for the most part. But, you know, the veneer has chipped away. And I have noticed over the course of the last 6 months more than anything that I'm unhappy. And it's a multitude of things that I'm unhappy with. It's not just one thing. So, to get back to the crux of what I was stating here, yeah, throwing a couple $100 to take that stress off of me about the computer hardware all the time, and to just be able to make videos instead of sorting things out like that, I'm 100% in now. I got to get in there, and I don't think that there is a way. Stop it. Is there a ladder anywhere? I don't see ladders. Hello? Am I being trolled? I don't... Hello? No, can't go further than there. Can I? How do I clean? Ooh. Yeah, it's not doing anything. How did that fence railing not be done? This one's done? Gate, fence railing. Just making sure I'm not missing anything here. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, is up on the top where it's a 65% clean. When you aim it at something, it tells you that white bar shows how much of something is done. So the fence railing shows there's still a little bit attached that is painted. And then we can do tab to see it, but Typically, it's just going to be like little bits like that. Okay. I don't think I can actually go in there to fix that. I think I have to spray this from here. Which means I have to spend money. Extra long extension available in shop. So let's do that. Equipment. Extra long extension. Sure. Why is it $0? That's just the long. Hello. Did I screw up? Extra long extension. There's that one. Which one is this for? I don't think that that's what I'm using. Which one am I using here? Power washer. Prime Vista 3000. Okay, so let's do this. I wish I could sort it by which one. It'd make life a lot easier. Long, extra long, Prime Vista 3000. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Extra long extension. Well, looky. Oh, this is going to get annoying as fuck. With the gate. Especially if I have to get close. I don't like this. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm sorry, but I like to get up close and personal when I'm cleaning this stuff, so this whole thing from afar, they're trying to teach me something. Sure, I get it, and that's fine. But yeah, and I'm sure I'm going to have to get cleaners and stuff, and let's try this. Because now that we're at a distance, I need the smaller number you have for the nozzle, the more pressure it seems to be behind it. It also has a thinner bead on it for when you're like trying to clean. So up close and personal with those kind of sucks. Like the lower number. Wow, I can't even word right now. Okay. Well, this is it. So yeah, to get back to my whole thing. As a YouTube content creator, yes, I have found that as a gaming content creator, I have stagnated. And a couple of things have to change for me. Either A, I need to change how I do my content, which I'm not sure I can do, to be 100% frank and honest. I like making the content the way that I do for gaming. I like to sit and play. I just like to record as I play, and all the trials and tribulations of what I'm encountering in the game, be it good or bad. I like to put it in, and I try not to edit out that stuff. And that's a conscious decision I made early on in the career, and that was twofold. Is it A, made me learn how to verbalize myself better, and to not have as much dead air and the ums and ahs that I would see prevalent in a lot of my content early on. So that made me drive to learn to enunciate and to speak clearer and to verbalize my feelings and things. But it also allowed me to have my stream of consciousness happen. And that is the main reason that I won't change it. That stream of consciousness that I've done has allowed me to process things. That has allowed me to heal from failed relationships, from failings as a person, as a father, as a multitude of things. So I have utilized my YouTube career as a processing tool for my own personal therapy. And that's it. Again, it comes down to, you know, why would you invest in, you know, the software, you know, and it comes down to therapy. This is how I do things. You know, this is how I heal and make myself better. And, you know, I think everybody has to have an outlet that helps them process their pain, their grief, their feelings as a person. Some people can find solace in, you know, knitting, crocheting, art. Some people write, some people run. Whatever it is, I think everybody has their thing to process their pain. For years, I didn't have a way to process my pain because I acknowledged it not at all. I just went on with my life thinking that everything was fine, not realizing how much pain I'd actually had. And it wasn't until I started making content and started doing this that I started to realize that, yeah, I have a lot of shit going wrong with me that I need to resolve. So, you know, that's why this channel won't change. To me, this is going to be and always will be an homage to my process. If I ever feel the need to heal, I sit in front of my computer, I play a video game, and I talk. Sometimes I get personal, sometimes I don't. But no matter what I'm doing, I am processing something in one way, shape, or form. And I will always be thankful for, my community, for the, you know, the ability to do this. And, yeah. And I got to thank gaming. Gaming is a pivotal part, you know. And I think it's funny, too. It's like most of my life, video games have been a part of it. And I'm 54 this year. So I have been around video games since they started in the 70s. I remember going to... there was a pizza place. Now, I have my mother's best friend growing up. Let's say, my mother has a cousin and a best friend. They were all best friends when they were in high school, well, growing up. My mom's from a small town in Prince Edward Island, Canada. And so your friends, when you live in a small community, become family. And the three of them were thick as thieves throughout their entire life, still are. And so my mom's best friend, she ended up becoming like my godmother. So if anything had ever happened to my parents, her and her husband would be the ones that would take care of my sister and myself. And that's something that we just knew. Like, as a young kid, I knew that's, you know, if anything happened, that's where I was headed. Now, her son is 2 years older than me. So there's the three girls. They had three kids a year apart, and they all had a boy initially. So it was, yeah. So there's three of us. And so my mom's best friend's son was like a brother to me growing up. So to get back to what I was saying, is he told me about a video game. Now, I'd never seen this, and he was playing Asteroid at a pizza place. And he was saying that it had this button you pushed, and you time warped, and like you were shooting stuff. And I was just like, what? What is this? This is like, what is this thing? So I went, you know, and I threw my quarter in, and I was hooked right then and there. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I knew for the rest of my life that this was the thing I wanted to do, was to play video games. Oh, baby. See, even from afar, that thing. Okay, wall bases by 2, wall pillar, and window. Okay. Wall pillar. Wall pillar. Wait. Window. Let's get that window. So that's the window we need to clear. Understandable why. Let's change this up. So yeah, right from that point on, video games have been a pivotal part of my life. And if you heard me pause while talking about them, that lady who, like I said, was in my life going to be basically my godmother. She passed away just recently, so that hard. Another reason why I wanted to sit here and talk today is processing that. Their family's always been close to mine, and it sucks. It sucks losing people. And as I get older, it's happening more and more and more. And I went for decades not losing anybody, and then all of a sudden, boom. Just like a mad rush. And a lot of it stems from this pandemic. I've lost some family members to it. I've lost some people because ignoring health concerns while the pandemic was going on, and then, it catches up to everybody. And it blows chunks. So wall bases, where is this wall base? I'm not seeing it. I don't know if you guys are. Fence post, wall. I would think it would be here, but that's a column. Stairs. So if I'm derping, there's a good reason for it. Garage walls. Wall pillar. Wall base. Okay, that's that one. So there should be one here on the other side. I can see it right there. Boom. Let's see how we did. That was fun. I'm glad I got to bring you guys along for that. Thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to vent and talk about things. I try not to bitch and moan about things, but, it is what it is. And the mayor now has a clean house. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all very, very soon. And you guys take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.